This used to be my best toy ever, do you know that? I used to think my dad cut every piece himself, sanded it down, and painted every single one. Because that's what he told me. Weren't so much a train set as something he'd made special. Himself. Something for me. I believed it and all. And the funny thing is, I'd rather stick with them lies. Because when you weigh it all up, what else is there?
There's some things I need to get sorted in my head first. I'll meet you later on.
Why can't you tell me now? Something serious, I can tell.
No, it's just I've got a lot on. We need to talk about stuff, but I'll meet you this afternoon, yeah? See ya.
This afternoon? You're gonna have me stressed out all day, wondering what's going on. Hello? She's hung up on me now.
Well, here, get rid of that. Take your mind off it.
What can I be doing?
I can manage, thanks.
Just give over sulking, will you?
Don't you start at all.
Do you know, lad, the older you get, the more I see your father in you.
I'll take that as a compliment. At least I'm interested in him. Do you know what? I'm off down to the village to say bye to a few people. You know, my friends.
He'll come round.
Yeah, when?
Just give him a chance.
You know what, Grandad? No, I won't give him a chance. We're going to get this sorted before he leaves. I'm not having everyone miserable with each other because of him bottling things up when they should be said. We've had enough of that in here.
The state of us all in here, we might as well live in a phone box. We'd have more room.
Oh, shut up, Morn. You could always go back living with the ugly sisters at Dale View.
Yeah, at least you're not tripping over everything.
Oh, no, just the occasional worn-out fella wondering what it's in.
Oh, look, just leave him alone, eh?
Me? It's him that keeps going on. What about me and Ali? Why can't I live in a big house? Oh, shut up whinging and come to Portugal with me and Jason. Come on, you. Just go and get your changed.
Look, love, you're not the only one that's fed up. I mean, there's lots that need sorting out for all of us. They'll be all right when we're not, you know, piled up on top of one another.
Better go off to work. See you later.
Morning. How have you been?
Yeah, not too bad. You?
I've had better weeks. Yesterday was a bit of a strain for everybody, I think.
Yeah, I had a fair bit of work needed finishing, and then there was this other job I had to go and see about, you know.
I don't think that much building work got done in this weather.
Yeah, well, it's called life goes on.
Whether you go to a funeral or not is entirely your choice.
OK, I just couldn't face it, all right? I really wanted to be there, but I just didn't want to go. I just needed to get as far away as possible because I'm such a wimp, and I just couldn't handle all that.
I wasn't looking to criticise.
Still not sunk in, you know.
No. Do you want to forget about her?
No.
Then don't. That's all you can do. If ever you want to talk,
no, I'm not.
You can always find me in the pub.
Are you sure you've got enough, love? You don't know how long you're going to be.
No longer than I need to be if it's out to do with me.
You've got a lot of catching up to do. What's he like, Dad? Do I look like him?
Chances are I wouldn't know him if I fell over him. And even then, I'd be surprised if we were out to set to one another. Apart from me asking him where he'd been for the best part of my life.
He's a dying man, Zach. You cannot begrudge him the right to see his own son before he goes.
Well, I'd be more inclined if he'd wanted that a bit sooner. Still, he's going to know all about this family by the time I've done. Whether he likes it or not. He's not getting away this time. I'll bore him to death if I have to.
We'll be dead by the time we get there if you don't hurry up.
Can we not show a bit more respect under the circumstances?
What, like he showed us, you mean?
Make us another butty, love, will you? While I get my coat.
Huh?
Where's your friends?
Just leave us alone, will you?
You think I'm only doing this just because I don't want anything to do with Dad and Tara, don't you?
It's your decision. Just do what you want.
Do you honestly think I'd do this just a bit awkward?
I won't put it past you.
It's really hard to explain. I feel like being here, I'll still be with Mum. Her house, everything, all the things that she wanted around her. I want to keep alive. But it's for me as well. I know it sounds stupid.
Yeah, you're right. It does. I don't know what you're on about sometimes. Don't think we have to stick around in this dump just to feel like Mum's still with us. She'd probably want us to get out.
We don't have to agree on this, but we don't have to fall out neither. You know what you want. This is what I want.
You're not still rowing?
Are we?
I don't think so.
I don't see why she wants to stay here and stick it out, but I'm not going to let it get between us. Life's too...
Yeah, right, son. I'll say it for you. Life's too short. And I'll tell you something else and all. Your mum will be very proud of you both.
Hiya. Rodney said I'd find you here.
I was thinking about Christmas being warm and sunny in Portugal.
Oh, well, it's not the weather that makes a decent Christmas, Danny. This business with Jason's really thrown you, hasn't it?
Who told you that?
I don't need telling. I'm your mum.
Well, it's all sorts. It's even gone a bit weird at work with them two. It's that Steph, she's a right evil cow. And I suppose it's all her leaving as well. I mean, everything's just going great, and then it's... I'll just leave my job and everything.
Hey, don't be thinking like that. You've got to put yourself first.
Hiya.
Hiya.
I thought I'd treat myself with that being away.
And anyway, we need money.
Well, it's not all about money, though, is it?
I don't know. All Letitia's got right idea, and if she's got any sense, she'll go. Because there's naught here for her.
There's not a right lot for us, though, is it?
Lisa, what do you reckon to me at my age, gallivanting off to Portugal, riding around on one of them little motorbike things, looking for a nice millionaire?
Got room for a little one on the back.
Can I help?
Well, I'm looking for Jedediah Dingle.
You must be his son. Come, this way. He's been a bit up and down. But I'll give him a lift now you're here.
You reckon?
Sorry? Mr. Dingle.
Dad?
Terry, how do you fancy giving me some advice before kids get here?
Are you sure you're asking the right bloke?
Well, I'm buying.
You're asking the right bloke.
Right, we'll get him in. I'll have half, please, and a pint for Terry. When you're ready.
Spanish? What am I letting myself in for? Hello, they speak Portuguese. Woman, are you daft?
All right, well, I still can't see myself getting into it. Anyway, it's all that hasta la vista and dos noche...
Yeah, well, you'll get into it. And little Kirk will be fluent in about 6 months.
Oh, yeah, you'll see just how fluent he is when you start changing a few of his nappies.
Yeah, then you got papers to fill and all that. Well, you won't have any chance because you're too thick.
What's it, you? Do you know he's been in a right mood all day? Anyway, you don't even need a visa. You just need to look good, which means you don't stand a chance.
What can I get you, boys and girls?
Well, he's getting them because he's loaded, so we'll have 2.5 pints of lager, please.
They say never go back, and never know why.
You're only doing it to make us all jealous.
So, how do you think I'll get on in clubs?
Well,
Get out, I'm not talking like that. I'm on about DJing or helping you, whatever.
Well, I've told you, the offer is there for all of you.
Well, if you'd asked for a straight glass in the first place, I would have given you one.
Are you all right?
What?
Snapping at customers. That's my job.
It's Terry. He's freaking me out.
Just sitting there. You're going to have to ignore him. Or bar him, whichever causes less bother.
What am I going to do about Kane?
Eh? Nothing. You know what I think about him. And I'm sorry, I don't see any big loss there. You're better off well clear if you ask me.
Oh, I think he's passed out. He were waiting before.
I'm sure he knows you're here. Bring you something to read?
Ah. What? Do you know who I am? Hey? It's Zach, your son. Can you hear me, you miserable old pig? Look, just tell me why, and I'll clear off and leave you alone. What did we ever do, to give you the right to just walk out on us and leave us just like that?
Sit down. I said sit down.
I'm trying to decide whether to go abroad and drop everything, or whether there's anything here worth staying for. Do you understand what I'm saying?
She keeps looking at me.
Yeah, well, you'd have to be looking at her to know that, wouldn't you?
She's thinking about all this as much as I am, you know.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't know.
Do you think I'm stupid? To keep thinking about it?
I get that feeling.
I'll show her. Don't you worry.
You what?
I'll show her.
Terry?
What?
Forget it.
There's things I've never told anybody. Things you need to know.
40-odd years, Dad. I've got a few questions myself.
There's no time for all that now. Shadrach, who's that? It's not for you. Go on. Peg. I want Zach.
Dad, I'm here. It's me, Zach. Can you hear what I'm saying?
It's all there, Zach. Waiting for you. Banco Central de Santiago. It's all in your name now. Never get back. Not now. Maria, ¿dónde están, chica? No. Estás. No.
Dad, you're talking tribe now. Now, shall I get the nurse?
Santiago, Chile. Took me a long time getting there. Took me a damn sight longer getting back.
Well, that was because you didn't give a toss about us stuck back here scratching for a living. My mum told me that much. Dumping your family, going off, playing Tarzan in jungle somewhere, abandoning your kids just like that.
I did it for my kids. I did it for Peg. If I weren't stuck in this damn bed, I'd give you a good hiding.
Do you mind if I join you? Please yourself. I thought you'd have joined us yesterday, but you didn't.
Yeah, I wanted to apologise about that. I've no excuse, none that makes any sense to anyone except me, so, sorry. Can I get you a drink? Diane, pint of lager, please, and whatever Mark's having.
Same again, Pep?
Got my nerves sometimes, you know that.
Yeah, I kind of sense that.
When you first started seeing my mum, I thought, who's this pillock?
So did she.
But after a while, I could see she was more, I don't know, lively. Having a laugh, that's all. She sort of, I don't know, it was just better, that's all.
Where's his mother?
I don't know, she told on to him while she came back. That's the sin of her.
Well, she's already in Portugal, if you ask me.
Hey, well, what about me? I'm supposed to be going to see Ollie and I'm stuck here now.
Well, I'll look after him. Go on.
I don't know why she couldn't just tell me over the phone. If something bad's gonna happen, I want to know.
Have you thought any more about going with Jason?
Where things are looking, I might as well.
There's only me left now. Eduardo's dead, as far as I know.
Sam wanted to come and see you. But I told him, well, that'll happen next time when you're feeling a bit more...
No time now.
Oh, don't go and do to him what you've done to me. The lad just wants to see his granddad. Or is that something you can't understand? Let us in, Dad. Forget about all this rubbish.
Listen to me, will you? That money's there. Shadrach couldn't do it. He'd miss the ground if he fell over, that lad. It's your chance now. I've had mine. I were nearly there. I could have touched it, but it's gone from me now. But you can have it. You can have it. It's waiting for you. Mañana, Eduardo. Sí, muchacho. Sí. Es muy bien.
Is that why you brought me here, so you could ramble on like a nutter? I wanted to talk proper. Might as well have stayed at home reading my summonses.
Give me a ring as soon as you get there, won't you?
I will.
And don't say you will and then don't do it. I know what you like.
I said I would, so I'll ring you as soon as I get there.
Come on now, this lad's meter's running. Look, take care of yourself, son. And you know where we are, eh? Yeah, come here.
Thanks, Grandad. You watched that Edna, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Good luck with the Wicked Witch.
Oh, I'm not scared of any Lady Tara. Hey, do you reckon this is going to make me a prince?
More like a frog. Definitely. Go on.
Take care, eh? Is there any of that David walnut cake left? Gorgeous nice with a row, that.
Where the hell have you been? Hey, we're not all here for your benefit, you know.
There was something I thought I had to do. I went to see Kane.
Will you never learn?
Well, I saw him going up to her house and I started to shout and then I just didn't. Stopped myself, I don't know why.
Happened because it were right.
Was it, though? What am I going to do, Mum?
You're asking me. I mean, earlier on, you were full of it. It were Lisbon this and Lisbon that, ever since Jason's got back.
I just don't know, though.
And what about that child, eh? Isn't it time you started thinking about him instead of just yourself?
I'm sorry he's been a bit up and down. Let's hope we get to have a proper talk tomorrow, eh?
Right. Thanks for everything you're doing. He's probably past telling himself.
It's for Isaac. Take your thieving hands off. Shh. I saved it for them.
Shh. Mr. Dingle, come on.
Look, just sit down and shut up, will you? I'm trying to tell you now.
Yeah, but you've had me wound up all day and you're still at it now. Right, go on then, give me the bad news. What is it?
I've been thinking a lot about what I'm going to do now. Especially with Mark going living with Dad.
So are you going as well? And I kind of guessed you would be anyway.
No. That's what I wanted to tell you. I'm staying. That's what I want. Me and Grandad decided that this is where we live, so why would we go anywhere else?
That's brilliant. I mean, I've been trying to get my head round going to Lisbon with Jason and Letitia, but now, well, I mean, partly because I thought everyone were leaving, but I mean, if you're staying, then I'd just rather... I mean, I won't feel like I'm on my own now, will I? If I do stay.
Don't think that you have to stay because of me. You do what's best for you. I mean, Lisbon, Emmerdale, it's not exactly a contest, is it?
Well, not now it's not. Well, at least I don't think so. Is it?
How am I going to feel in the middle of April when it's freezing and you're going, I should have gone to Lisbon when I had the chance?
Well, you just have to batter me for being stupid, won't you?
You know I will do, I know.
I never thought going over the books would be the easy part.
As opposed to what?
Oh, come on. Every time you walk in that bar these days, you could cut the atmosphere with a knife. If I wanted a drink, I'd sooner go with the malt shovel. And that's saying something.
Well, it's hardly my fault, is it?
No one's saying it is. Don't you start getting touchy and all. It's bad enough walking on eggshells with the rest of the staff.
I haven't generated this. Diane, I'm the victim here, remember? I'm the one being bombarded with calls and messages and God knows what else, and the police not being able to do a damn thing about it. I'm scared, Diane. And also scared of pointing the finger at...
Steady on. See? We're as bad. We can't even open our mouths without it getting back to this damn stalking business.
Well, I'm sorry.
Well, so am I.
Oh. How'd you go on, love?
Well, he didn't make a blind bit of sense from start to finish.
Tell us what he were like, Dad.
Told you. You were a gibbering old wreck while I knew me from Adam. It were a waste of time.
Oh, don't say that. At least you went. It was what he wanted.
I don't know why I expected anything different. Watched too many old films, that's my trouble.
You did good, though, Dad. To say he were rotten to you.
Might feel like it one day, but don't feel like it right now.
I'll fetch your tea from the oven.
Ah. When we were coming back in the van, I started thinking what I really wanted from seeing him. And I thought, all I needed was to feel better when I got home than when I set off. That's all. Not a lot when you think about it. But I didn't even get that. It's like he abandoned me once, and that was bad enough. But now he's doing it again.